Hello, Albion Online Nation, and today I'm going to show you this all-around jack-of-all-trades build that I constructed for you here today. The build is going to be good at PvP, PvE. It's a good duel build. It's good for killing those mobs. You get through the camp season. You could also go out in the open world ganking with this. It all depends on how you set it up. But for what I'm doing, which is duels and PvE, and here's the setup. So you're going to want, first of all, minor cap. Now, minor cap is good for two reasons. One, because you get this this nice motivating worker song, and that gets you immunity from stun roots and slow silences. So basically, it stops people from being able to prevent you from using all of your other abilities. That's the key to this build. Alright, next you're going to have your Guardian Armor, and Guardian Armor is good for two reasons. One, you get this toughness, which increases your defense. You're going to be taking less damage from the mobs. Now, this is really good for when you're clearing big groups of mobs, because you don't want to take damage from all of them. If you're fighting players, you could also go to Authority. Your crowd control is very minimal, but if you do have the W equipped on here, you're going to want to have that equipped. Now, the other option you have here is between Spirit Crush and Protective Instinct. So Protective Instinct is good for mobs. You can increase your threat generation. It's not very useful when you're by yourself or when you're against a gang. So you really want to have Spirit Crush enabled here. Alright, down at the boots we have the Scholar's Sandals. The Scholar's Sandals have two key abilities we want to look at. They have Dodge. Dodge lets you leap out of an AoE and also gives you a move speed buff. And you also have Energetic Sprint here. Now, Energetic Sprint is going to help you with those energy issues you have. It'll gear energy back, let you use your abilities more. Right, here at the bottom, we have Aggression. Aggression increases your damage and healing casts by 3.5%. That's pretty important for this build, so keep an eye on that. Alright, now for the meat and potatoes of this build, we have our Carving Sword. This is going to be the main weapon you're going to be using. There are a couple of other options, but we're going to focus on the Carving Sword for now. So for the Carving Sword, depending on if you're fighting one player in duels or if you're fighting mobs, you can either have Heroic Strike here, which targets one player, or you could have Heroic Cleave, which does damage in a radius. Now, for your W here, you're going to want Blade Cyclone if you're fighting mobs, or you're going to want this Interrupt if you're fighting a player. What this will do, it'll interrupt a target spell, and it'll also increase your damage. Or, if you're more of a root person, you can go for Splitting Slash. Now, Splitting Slash is what I personally like to use to deal a lot of damage. It's a big AoE, and you have to aim it, so it introduces a little bit of mechanical skill into the build, which I personally really like. And for the E, you're going to be going with Fear to the Strike, of course. So this just does damage towards target position and reduces their damage resistances, so you're basically going to be doing more damage as you go. And then for the passive, we're going to want Deep Cuts, just to inflict a bleeding. You could go for Weakening, but you really want to get the higher DPS of this build. You don't want to reduce their damage. The goal is not to outlast them, it's to kill them. Alright, and for the cape here... Alright, let's get into the duels. Alright, and that's all for the build. Let's get into the duels. Alright guys, we just challenged this David guy to a duel. He's similar IP to us, so I think it's a fair fight. Just trying to demonstrate the raw power of this build. He's there. He does accept the duel for 500. Okay, it's a little interesting now. We gotta use our full power for this one. This guy is in 7th flat, so it's gonna be a bit of a hard fight for us to get. He doesn't do much damage though. He must be underspecting his weapon. Dodge out of the way of his ability there. I think he's my AP now. I'm not sure if he's a root or not. But to be honest, I don't really want to risk it. Alright, looks like it's another duel win for us, and we made 500 silver this time. GG. Alright, I think this person wants a duel. They've just managed to start spinning. We'll try a quick duel. See if we're on it. Maybe we'll try to hustle. Lose the first one on purpose. You never know. A couple of things we could do here. Our food is about to run out, though, so we do want to wrap this one up fast. This person does know what they're doing. They use worker songs so I can get past that. these people, this guy loves the AoEs. Maybe he can't do anything else. This is one of the soft counters in this build. It's one of the meta slave builds, so I'm not surprised this guy's trying to do with me. I still think we can beat him though. I'm not trying too hard. I did miss a W there. It's gonna be unpredictable. This ice shit does no damage, but it's really annoying. I missed the dodge. It does have this heal build. That's why the R is so important, guys. Whenever those heal builds come up, you really just gotta hit the R on them. Make sure to hit those stuns too. Those stuns are essential. And don't get freaked out by all the big flashy AoEs either. I know it can be a little intimidating sometimes when a man comes by and his AoE's a little bit bigger than yours, but usually you can beat big AoEs. He's gotta play well. If I had not missed the W and the dodges earlier, I may. You do see him running out of energy though, so I might be able to make a comeback here. I do need to use my R. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough for this one. That was a close one. That was a close one. Let's see if we can rematch this guy. This time we're going to throw poison at him. Maybe that'll be enough to flinch it. Alright. Well, this guy's build is the meta, so we're probably going to lose. But, you know, you got to put money down when you're not expecting to win. We used the worker song at a good time there. We really want to hit those dodges only when we're getting hit with those AoEs. Probably should have used my R a little bit earlier too, but you know, mistakes are meant to be made here. Looks like we are coming out on top. A couple of missed AoEs from Primrose fella here. Might do him in. I want to hit the dodge here to get passive AoEs. Hit W. Oh, I missed. That might ruin the fight. Hit him with a poison while we're here. I completely forgot about the poison. It looks like the poison's going to be the one that does it. There's a 5k silver, guys. You can see this build is pretty good for duels. I think, yeah. He does have ambush, so we need to be careful with that. He wants to challenge me to a duel for 10k silver. That's a tough bargain, but I don't think I can accept that. I just don't want to spec in this build. Do a practice duel first. Alright, he accepted. We do not want to use our poison here, because if he wins, then we'll accept the, let's say, a 5k duel to see how that goes. We're immune to stuns. Hit him with that. Put him in the key. He does have healing, so we gotta be careful about that. I missed my W on him. Oh, he's doing the ambush. We gotta be careful. Dodge now. Stun him. Hit him with a Q. And that's just how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're waiting for the next duel up in here. Having some success with this build so far. A little bit of failure, you know. Try this guy. I'll do a regular duel first, see if we can get him indoctrinated. Ooh, he accepts. Look at this. Ooh, that's a really good duel build, actually. This might be a little bit hard. I should have checked that beforehand. Ooh. He does have a root, so we gotta be careful of that. Try to dodge whenever he does his ability. Oh, I mistimed it. But yeah, I think he has this one. Do I have to root him back up here? Not let him get those auto attacks in. That's brutal. Oh, maybe we'll come out on top after all. Nice. Good game, good game. Save GG and save chat. Oh! He sent me a big wager. Oh, you know what? We won a mill already. Let's go in again. Nothing to lose, but well, we've already won, so it's not a big deal if we do lose. Put him with a Q. Miss, so we want a W and EM. Put him with a Q again. Again, we only want to dodge whenever he uses an ability, otherwise it's pretty meh. Or when we're about to die. Ooh, good timing on that work fun. Yeah, this build's all about timing. You mess up that timing, then you're pretty much done for. Yeah, you got him running now. He missed that completely. You gotta hit him with a W here. Oh, I missed. Get behind him. Hit him with Q. There we go. Easy 1 mil, guys. So, you can see this build is just really good for the one-on-one PvP situations. If you do come into your build here and swap out for the heroic cleave, you can do this against multiple targets. I wouldn't recommend that with the minor cap. I might try more of a lumberjack cap kind of build. The first ability on that will help you with those groups a lot more than the minor cap build. We do want to eat food for this. Alright, so we're gonna go in. They should use the targeted on him. Oh, he's shielding. Use the W here, and then you can use the E. That's how you get big damage on him. The D here is only if he has a stun. It's not very useful if he doesn't. I don't think the scythe he's using has one. So we should be good. If we root him here, we're kind of low, so we want to back up after that root. Use dodge to avoid those auto hits. They're dangerous. Now you can hit the Q. And so that's the R. The R is real good, actually, in the situation. Oh, he shielded through that. That was really good. This guy knows what he's doing. But it looks like we're going to come out on top here barely. He does have a lot more IQ than I do, so I'm not really surprised that was the close fight. And GG. You can really see the power of this build through that duel here. We're going to try to make some money on this guy now. See if he can, if he falls for it. That's a close duel, so maybe you want to go for the wager. To show you how much money you can really make with this. I don't know if this is going to accept it. Oh, he does. That's interesting. Alright, maybe he's going to try a lot harder this time. I'm going to use these poisons I brought. I am also down in health a little bit. I was on my side line team. It's going to be a hard duel to win. Sorry if my commentary goes up the window. I'm kind of focusing on. Oh, he runs. Hit him with that, then the R. I can hit him with the E. So yeah, our D isn't really coming in handy against this guy. He unfortunately has no roots, but a lot of things like claws are really, really good to fight with this build. Looks like we're gonna come out with the dub again. Just made eye silver. And yeah, that's a good demonstration of this build. I'm gonna show it clearing some mobs soon. It's not as good as that, but it should be fine. Alright guys, and after you've done a little bit of duels, maybe get some money, you could upgrade. I bought this cape right here. It fits well with my build. I also got a better mount on, but just so I can go a little bit faster. So this cape will really help with stuff like mobs. You can get a 5-1 cape regular if you don't have the money for something like this, but you should be able to, after a couple of duels, be able to afford one of these Pepper capes. The Pepper cape is really good for clearing mobs because it does AoE damage to them. It shocks some mobs for damage related to the capacity of that cape. Now we're going to switch our build to one with some AoE damage, and we're going to go see how we fare against the mobs here. Alright, so here's some mobs, guys. Just regular overworld mobs. Put the spin on them. As you can see, we're doing pretty good damage. This was a 4-1 set, reminded. I don't have any spec in this. This is a fresh character. There we go, we already got a little loot drop there. So you can see we're clearing these mobs nice and fast. It's an efficient way to clear the mobs. So say you want to kill this mob real quick. It's really not going to take you very long with this build. This is a nice starter dungeon build for when you don't want to spec into all the fancy stuff. You don't want to go Great Axe or Bolt Cast or anything that those mainstream YouTubers tell you to. Trust me, you don't want to listen to what the YouTubers tell you is a good build, because they don't have your interest in mind. They want to keep you down so you can't take their silver production away. And I get why some people are like that, but you really just got to stick to what you know is right, what gets the job done, and you'll progress like I have. Look how quickly we cleared that mob with this build. We're going to come clear these two and grab whatever goodies for us in that chest. Now, we are on cooldown a little bit. We do have to wait a minute. Wait for that AoE to get out of the way. Make sure to dodge. A reminder, you can use your R here to go ahead and kill these faster. Looks like there's 2 Scholar Sandals here, so we're very slowly making some more money back. It's going to be pretty slow at first, but eventually we'll be able to upgrade this build with higher tiers and spec in it. And once you get the spec, really, that's when the money starts rolling in. I had a very similar build of this for the first couple of hours of me playing. I was playing for maybe 100 hours, 5 or 6 days in game time, not total, for this build. So that's probably about a month or 2. And it got me through those early dungeons. It got me through the tier 4s, the tier 5s, all the way up to the tier 7s, actually. And it was once I got to the tier 7s that I decided to go spec into the Great Axes. Because there is a similar Great Axe build to this that is also pretty good. But for beginners, for people who want the nice, easy budget build, something that you don't have to learn every queue, every cycle for, to be nice and non-complex, this is really the build. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell me your favorite thing about Albion Online. Any suggestions for videos to have next, let me know, and I will see you next time.